Hi everyone, comic book reviewer here. This time reviewing on Batman Mystery of the Batwoman. Now, as you know, Batman Mystery of the Batwoman is a 2003 animated superhero film that is meant to be based on the animated series The New Batman Adventures, which was meant to be a continuation from Batman the Animated Series, and was also meant to take place at the end of the New Batman Adventures, as well as the flashback sequence in Batman Beyond's Return of the Joker. So the premise of the film is meant to follow Bruce Wayne and Tim Drake, who now deal with a new mysterious superhero known as Batwoman. Now, Batwoman is pretty much different from what I would say the Silver Age version of Kathy Kane was, and keep in mind that, Kate Kane wouldn't be made for the next three or four more years. So you can kind of tell this is going to be like this big mystery character that Bruce Wayne has to figure out who she is, and as well as having to stop the Penguin and Rupert Thorne from basically doing a sort of illegal arms deal to the fictional nation of Casnia. And I think what's interesting is, they actually do bring back a good portion of the original cast from the Batman animated series, with Kevin Conroy returning as Bruce Wayne. Also, you even do have Tara Strong returning for Batgirl, who's meant to be just Barbara Gordon at college, and even having Bob Haston returning for James Gordon. I think what the film gets right at is showing Bruce Wayne having some sign of happiness with Caffeine, who is the daughter of a crime boss, and you can tell there's signs that Bruce is falling in love with her, and you can tell that this is a sign that Bruce is slowly going back to his old self. And there are signs that there is. And I kind of give it credit, like, it does try to build up a mystery story, but I think if you put the pieces together already, then you know who the Batwoman is. I think the problem that I think most media have is when they kind of build up a big mystery story, you've already figured out the pieces, so it's kind of obvious. I think the problem most media do is that they make it too obvious that any person with common sense, or basically can figure out the pieces, knows who the character is going to be. I think the problem is, if they just made Batwoman one of the other possible suspects alone, then it would have built a good story. I think what Under the Red Hood got right at is making Jason a sort of antagonistic counterpart to Bruce, as Jason Todd is meant to be a warning and a cautionary tale to what Bruce Wayne would have become if he had never had his morals and had Alfred never been there. And I kind of think, having the Penguin voiced by the same actor who played Ratcliffe in Pocahontas and Mr. Millard in the regular show isn't a bad choice, but I think what David Ogden-Sturz was going for was being similar to the Adam West one. I know the word talks about bringing back Paul Williams for the Penguin. It would have been better and still keeping some of the original cast together, but it feels like a bit of a cheat. And I do have a theory that some point before Batman Beyond, it kind of implied that Bruce Wayne in later years got inspired by Batwoman's costume and probably designed it a close version, but adding in his own style. I think, the Mystery of the Batwoman is an okay-ish film. It just feels it's so easy to figure out the pieces. There's no real bigger story from it. I think it's just clear that, yeah, the team behind Batman, the animated series, really wanted to kind of bring the series back, but it was just clear that it had just done what it needed to do. And I think there was no reason to continue it. I think the reason why the Batman felt like a fresh, interesting new take after basically Batman New Adventures was over, it was able to do things, I think, a bit more differently. And yeah, because of the Bat embargo, there was some more creative choices that they were able to pull through. But I think this film definitely deserves thumbs in the middle. Well, it's an okay-ish adaptation. It's just not really adding anything big, new, or kind of fresh into the table. So, Comic Reviewer here, signing out.